Hello, my name is Kevin. I am the Dapper-man. That is Dapperman. I'm just going to have to come up with a different name for my movie channel, I think so, because apparently the titling that they do, the auto-generated, can't spell my name. Anyhow, I am going to be reviewing the movie that just came out last night or the night before. It has Milla Jovovich, and that movie, it is called Monster Hunter. It is directed by her husband, Paul W.S. Anderson. If you do not know who that director is, he has directed movies such as Mortal Kombat. He has directed Alien vs. Predator and 4 of the 20 Resident Evil films. That also starred his wife. And this movie is based on the Capcom video game. You know what? Let me just talk about the story plot first. Milla Jovovich plays the lieutenant, and her soldiers are transported from Earth into another world of enormous monsters through this storm that just happened. These monsters are relentless, and only the strong survive. In desperation to return home, the lieutenant joins a monster hunter, played by Jonah Jaw, even though there is no clear form of communication. In the fight amongst these Kaiju-like monsters, she encounters other monster hunters and a cat chef. Okay, first of all, this movie is boring and dull. It is so bland. It is so boring. There's like these fast edit scenes he does for the movie, and you can't even take for one scene to just digest what he is filming, because it's as though he has no sense of direction. He doesn't care. They just give him the projects, he films the movies, and that's what he does. He doesn't do anything else with these movies. He really, literally does not care what he directs. I mean, there are 2 really cool scenes in this movie, and I like them. And they have some bright colors. And they just die. There was nothing else. They're filmed with this color tint of yellow and green throughout the entirety of the movie. That's just completely awful and ugly to look at. They make Milla Jovovich very boring inside this movie, because all she does is kick, stabs, screams, stares off into a distance, and repeat. That's all she does throughout the entirety of this film. Tony Jaa is probably the best thing inside of this movie. I really liked him in this movie. I believe the director just wasted his character, didn't really care about him inside this movie, because there was so much to be done, because he is a very fantastic martial artist. He has done films such as Ong Bak. If you have not seen the movies, I'm just going to say right now, they're very dumb, they're very stupid, but they're so spectacular to watch him fight in these scenes. It's amazing. I mean, he blows my mind watching how he fights. I wish I could fight like that, but I'm too much of a fat man, so I don't think that's ever going to happen. It also stars Ron Perlman as this anime-looking character that just came straight from a manga, and I don't know why they added him. They could add anybody, but it's just fun to watch him. Again, another wasted talent they had inside this movie. And then there's the cat chef. I wanted to know more about this character than anyone else inside of this movie. What was the story? What was his background? Tell me more about him. He looks so amusing. Like, I really wanted to know more about, and nothing. Just give me nothing but just fight upon fight upon fight upon fight upon fight. Monster fights that just never ended, and you already know what the outcome was. You already know what's going to be happening with the disposable characters. You already know. It's like they just extended this so far. This could have been easily done at some Netflix television series or something. That's exactly what this movie should have been done. But instead, we get this movie that leads off with expecting a sequel, and I don't know why. It's just like, it's expecting you like, hey, you love this movie so much, you can't wait to see the sequel. When I was inside the theater, I looked up, everyone left. As soon as the credits started rolling, everyone left. Now, there's no post-credit scene. There is a little bit after, I guess we call the first parts of the credits, where it shows the producer, written, director, which is not very much because he's already done everything by Paul W.S. Anderson and the main actors and actresses that was inside the movie. And then it shows a little scene with the cat chef. I could tell the audience didn't even care because everyone just darted right out. And there was about like, I would say 30 people inside that theater room. Now honestly, I have never played the Capcom video game, but I started watching on YouTube of the video game and I was like, I need to play this game. The cutscenes, everything was fantastic. I was like, I need to play this game. I have never played this game. I've really never heard of it. For some reason, it just went completely under my radar. And now, looking at that and looking at this movie, I'm very sure if you are die-hard Monster Hunter fans, you're just going to be so angry and mad. I think there was about 4 or 5 different monsters. And when I look at the video game, each video game has about like 10 monsters. So again, don't quote me too much on their names. I couldn't tell you their names because it said it, and the only thing I remember was Diablos. If that's a real monster from the video game, I don't know. I thought it was okay. It looked pretty much like how the video game was showing it, which is a bit shocking to see the studios that's behind this, such as Toho, which did Godzilla films. If you don't know, when I was watching this movie, I was thinking of the certain scenes that was happening with these monsters. I'm thinking like, it appeared as though he was borrowing scenes from Starship Troopers, which he didn't direct it, but I didn't care about the movie. It just reminded me a lot like that. Or when he directed the movie, Alien vs. Predator, and I'm looking at that and I'm like, huh, this is just like that, just without the blood, gore, and the strong language. I mean, sure, you can show someone getting stabbed right through the gut as long as they're not spitting blood. Which I thought was interesting because when one of them got stabbed, they were spitting out foam. I'm like, oh, that's right. PG-13. And speaking of PG-13, if you want to know what's inside of the movie, why it's rated that way, here's what's inside. But I would just advise you, don't even bother watching this. Don't bother going to the theater, especially if you're trying to go for Christmas Day and you want to take your children or whatever that are huge Monster Hunter fans. You'd be strongly disappointed. This movie really did suck. I didn't care for it. I thought it was boring, bland, and very predictable. And I'll just say pass. And for some reason, I am just suddenly in the mood for Hershey's chocolate. I don't know why, but I just feel like I have to have some chocolate. Anyways, that's my review. That's all I have for this movie. If you like this video, just let me know down in the comments below. And if you don't plan on seeing it, you can let me know down in the comments below too if you wish to. Tell me your favorite video game movie if you have one right now. I can't think of a favorite video game movie I like right now. Yeah, I can't think of one. There's probably one out there, and I can't think of it right now. So if you have a favorite video game movie adaptation that was put into a movie, let me know down in the comments below, and I will can't wait to hear your comments. I can't wait to see them. So until then, I will see you down to the next video review. And yeah, that's it. Take care. Have a lovely day. Cheers. This movie's boring. Okay. That's it. I can't think of anything else. My brain just fritzed on the entirety of the movie. I gotta think of this. I'm trying to think of some words to put into this. I can't. There's like these fast edit scenes, and I'm pretty sure as Loon is yeah.